they have a habit, or they're being conditioned, or maybe they are told by people, they're checked by people, ये वाला खाना मत खाइएगा, इससे आपकी तबीयत ख़राब हो जाएगी, प्लीज़ डू नॉट हैव दिस, खाना आपकी तबीयत ख़राब हो जाएगी, आप ये खाएंगे तो आपके साथ ये हो सकता है, मतलब negative terminologies and stuff. So that's also, so your mind and your gut are linked. So if you're eating food, so I'm having, let me show you this. I'm having a nice chai here. So I've had this. Now I've got these I've got these 2 tea bags. So my chai apparently must be stronger. So somebody will walk into a room and say, "Itni zyada chai mat piyo, itni strong chai mat piyo. Please do not have so much of chai. Do not have so much of strong chai. You're going to get acidity." But they don't know that these cheese bags have been used in 3 different cups before. These are the remaining or the remnants of it, so that the chai is not very strong and stuff. Okay, and they're lying on my table. I've gone for a walk. I've kind of done my work and I've come back, and people are under the impression that यार इतनी strong chai है, अब इसकी तबीयत खराब हो जाएगी. So now your mind and your gut are linked. So somebody tells you a negative story, you are going to definitely fall sick. You're going to continue listening to negative story, you're going to keep falling sick. You're going to be having some good meals, but you're criticizing the food and you're making negative comments about it. आप वही खाना खा रहे हैं, आप उसी के बारे में negative बोल रहे हैं. Your system and your mind and your gut are connected, so automatically you will start having some health issues and stuff. It's a research insight. I've personally seen it. I've professionally seen it on me. And there is also a dietitian friend of mine. Now she's shifted. We done a workshop together, and she had shared this apparently that girls are told, girls and boys are normally told that आप अगर ये केक खाओगे तो आप मोटे हो जाओगे. तो आप पहले से ये सोचोगे, एवरी टाइम यू हैव, तो आप ये सोचोगे मैं मोटी हो जाऊंगी अब, ठीक है. सो आप अवॉइड करेंगे, बट व्हेन यू अवॉइडिंग इट, यू नॉट रियलाइजिंग इट दैट आप अपने आप को एक नेगेटिव कमांड दे रहे हैं. You're going to create that fear in your head that if I have this, I'm going to become fat. So when you even have one piece of it or a small slice of it, that thought is going to grow in your head and it's going to multiply in making you either feel bloated or fat. So when you're having something, this is what we were also kind of guided and mentored by her. So she's done quite a few degrees, international degrees and Indian degrees, and she's shifted abroad. And she's been mentoring corporates and other people and stuff. So these are her thoughts which I learned from her, that if you're going to have, let's say, a muffin, you're going to have a piece of cake, you're going to have a chocolate, you're going to have an extra coffee, you can always have a little bit of it. And then you tell yourself, okay, I've had a little bit of it, and maybe I can avoid having something which is heavier for the next 2 days. Or I can have the whole cake, and I'm going to tell myself, ठीक है, अब आज मैंने ये पूरे के पूरे खा लिया है cake, and I will now be watchful, and I will kind of challenge my body or my thought process by telling myself, slow down, I do not have more. Or when I have, I can say, ठीक है, now we have a party, or we have an event happening, or we have a corporate meeting, we have so many events happening. I mean, I go to so many events, and my concern is my fitness is going to suffer, or my work is going to suffer, and stuff like that. So if I leave my desk with that thought process, I will not be able to go anywhere. Okay, so this is where you train yourself, and you say, okay, now I've had, coming back to the food example, ठीक है, it's a big cake, so I'll have a little bit, maybe one piece of it, and tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow I'll come back and have one more. In the meantime, I will exercise, I will burn it, I will have green tea, I will hit the gym, I will go for a walk, I will run and stuff, and I've burned the calories and stuff. So similarly, when it comes to your work, you have to tell yourself, okay, bhai, I used to do advertising, I used to do PR, and I used to write strategy, and I used to do photography donkey years back. I've not done it. So I have not done it. I mean, I'm sharing my experience that somebody tells me to write fresh copy. I may not be able to do it because now AI has come into the picture, and Google has made life a lot easier. So if you were to tell me, I'm going to first research Google, pick up a few things, edit it here, and I will use AI, and I will come back and say, here's my work, I've done it. Okay, so this is where you have to break that habit, that if you're not able to think, maybe you can go on to Google, you can go on to AI, and maybe you can pick up one line and try and extend that one line into 10 lines on your own. So this is a challenge you have to give yourself in creativity and in designing architecture work or in writing or in copy or in PR, that you pick up a few lines from here and there and you kind of elaborate them and you write them. Okay, so this is how it works. So let me read out a set of lines to establish a new habit of writing something new. It may have become a part of your routine, so you think it's not going to be happening. You may be bored already, or you have a subconscious impulse that comes upon you, like a journalist or a PR person, where you will say, okay, I may not be able to do it. Probably I'll go and have a cigarette, or I'll have a drink in the night, and I'm going to do my work and stuff. But these are all short term. Acts and stuff. What you have to really do is identify that particular habit where you are smoking and you're drinking and you're writing the copy. You have to stop that and you have to make use of that time to actually think fresh and come out with a creative idea. So this is how it works. So I'm going to kind of end my message here. And you have to establish maybe a habit or a discipline of 21 days in this, and then you're sorted. You have a new thingy happening for you, and it's a tried and tested thing which works for you, because the 21-day rule is applicable at any stage of your life and stuff. And if you do not believe me and you think that this is faffing, research it, Google it, and probably you can write it to me and stuff, and we can be in touch, and I will let you know that there is a study or an exploration that I've done already on this, so it definitely works. So coming back to the placebo effect of eating habits, you have to think positively before eating, because eating habits and reading habits and creative habits, healthy habits always affect you at your work and stuff, and you have to kind of replace them with positive habits and stuff. So I'm going to now leave the note on this, where I'm again reminding you that if you were to identify the habits that do us harm, we have to replace them with positive ones, and we have to instill the new habit for 21 days, and your life will actually miraculously or knowingly or automatically take that, it's going to get better for sure. It's going to kind of have a qualitative leap forward, is what they call it and stuff. Okay, so try these, and they're definitely going to work for you and stuff. And when that irresistible urge, man, I want to have another coffee, man, I want to have a piece of pizza, man, I want to have another drink, man, I want to have another round of another round of food or something happens to you, try and control your impulses and stuff. Train your mind, condition your mind, and beat it. So hope this helps. Apply this at work as well, because everything is linked. I've already shared this to you with you, that mind and gut goes in with your thinking. And what is a human being? What is your work all about? It is a result of your thinking, your habits, the quality of what you eat, what you drink, what you follow and stuff, and that's going to definitely show in your work and stuff like that. So love and luck, and take care, have fun and have a blast, enjoy yourself, and keep these amazing bottles on your table wherever you work, wherever you sleep and stuff, because if the weather's getting you down or something or the other's getting you down, you just get one little khushbu of this and you start feeling in a different world altogether, and your good memories or maybe your associations with places will come up. Probably you will start thinking about the places I just did, about 2 places, a mall and Starbucks and stuff. So this is how incense and the power of smell also works. So that's something else. So take care, I gotta go, enjoy. And in case you've noticed, I have a beautiful, gorgeous, a very arty kind of a cup here. It's from my collection. This is one of the samples, so I just wanted to share this. This has got one base here. Oh my gosh, sorry. This is the base here. So it comes with this coaster kind of a thingy. Excuse the mess, but this is something from my collection. You can get in touch with me. It's got a nice, people know it, it's an evil eye effect. So I just got kind of, working on this when I was, off social media, researching and stuff. So I have this and a few other pieces and stuff. So if you're interested in getting these, you can get in touch with me. These are special microwave materials, not very expensive, and easy to maintain and stuff, and depends on what temperature you heat them at and how you store them and stuff. These are not the unbreakable ones and stuff. These are ceramic ones, so they have to be carefully handled and stuff. There are lots and lots of other items I also have, but I'm going to share them a little later because I've been making use of this time to research and also kind of come up with some new ideas. Okay, so do let me know what you think about these. So cheers to you and Ji Hazur Waha Tata Tekle Boliye. So this has been luckily my first cup of chai over the last few days and stuff. So I'm on jkapani@gmail.com, justinKapani.im@gmail.com, justinKapanioffice@gmail.com. Please feel free to write to me and stuff. And you would have seen I do not reply to people I don't know. I don't check my spams. Messages go into spams, I don't check. So you want to get in touch with me, please write to me and email me. And I am not available 24/7 on WhatsApp. I left my phone yesterday at home. Whether somebody finds me casual or irresponsible is not my concern. I'm only available when you call me. People who are working with me, people who know me personally know me. If I have a missed call, I'll come back to you. And believe me, I've done this yesterday for 4 hours. I did this last week, 10 hours of no social media and the phone and stuff. My phone didn't ring, my messages didn't happen. So, the world is not missing you so much if you think that the world is going to go crazy if you're not appearing on social media or WhatsApp. If somebody has to reach you, they will reach you. Yeah, so stay balanced, stay joyful, stay happy, look after yourself, exercise at least 10 minutes to 45 minutes of quality workout, spend some time in nature and stuff, and you will be rocking the whole week. Enjoy. Bye bye. Cheers. Take care. Bye bye.